Good afternoon, boys and girls. We're on lesson 111, multiplying decimal numbers by 10, 100, and 1000. Our objective for today is exactly that, multiplying decimal numbers by 10, 100, and 1000. Here's your vocab today. There isn't any new vocab, but what I would like for you to do is to write down 3 other names of people in the other 4th grade class. So if you're in my class, write 3 names of people in Mrs. Cooley's class, or if you're in Mrs. Cooley's class, write down 3 names of people in my class. Here's your math joke for today. Knock, knock. Who's there? Gladys. Gladys who? Gladys the weekend. No homework. All right. So here's your new concept for today. All right. When we multiply any number, right, by 10, we normally just add a 0 to it, right? 10 times 34 equals 340. And we basically shift everything to the right and fit in a 0. Now the concept's kind of the same thing when we multiply with a decimal, all right? The number of zeros that you multiply with will determine how far that you move it over, okay? So if we have move the decimal point over or move the numbers over onto the decimal point. So look at this number here, 34 hundredths times 10, and which equals 3.4. So what we're going to do is this 0 is telling me that I need to shift everything over to the left 1 time. Okay, so if there's 1 0, we're going to shift it over 1 time. So we have 0.34, we shift it over 1 time. All the numbers that are here, we're going to shift them over. And what we find is we're going to have 3.4. All right, this 0 can be left off, but that's what our number is. So basically, if we were timesing by 100, we shift it over twice. The zeros, remember, determine how far you shift it over, okay? They tell us, okay, we need to shift it over 1 time, 2 times for 100, 3 times for 1,000. All right? So if we times this by 1,000, we're going to shift it over 3 times so that the decimal point moves over 1, 2, 3. All right, and that would be 340. So we're going to multiply this number 1.234 or 1 and 234 thousandths, and we're going to multiply that by 100. All right, so what we can do is to multiply mentally by 100, we shift the decimal point 2 places to the right. All right, so because see this 100, there's 2 zeros. That tells me I need to shift my decimal point 2 times. So it's going to move over 1, 2. So my new number is 123 and 4/10. Okay, so we just move it over to the right. Okay. All right. Here's our lesson practice. Remember, super easy. Whatever this is, so however many zeros are in the 10, 100, or 1,000, that's how you move it over. All right, so we're going to move this over 10. We're going to move it over once. So this one, we're going to move the decimal point over once, which becomes 12.34. Okay. Same thing with this. We're going to count the zeros. 1, 2, 3. We're going to move our decimal point. 1, 2, 3. So this times 1,000 equals 1,234. All right. If you have any questions on this, feel free to write those questions in the back. Remember, don't think so hard on this. This 0 determines how many spaces you move the decimal point to the right, or move your numbers to the left, whichever way you want to think about it. So the decimal point moves over 1 time for 10, 2 times for 100. So this will be 1, 2, 12.34. We get rid of the 0. And then 3 times for 1,000. Pretty simple. All right, we look forward to seeing you in class. We'll see you soon. Bye.